Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I want to start in a particular way. First, you probably ask yourself, what is that? What is a black belt mind? And sometimes I will take my notes, okay? What is a black belt mind? Black belt mind is a concept. It's an understanding that I have after more than 40 years deeply, and I mean deeply involved in the martial arts world. Training, studying, developing, teaching martial arts. I've understood that black belt mind, there's nothing to do with a black piece of cloth wrapped around your waist. And in this case, wrapped around your head because it's a black belt mind. So everybody can have a black belt mind, because when we think about black belts, we think in high performance. And that's the meaning of martial arts, okay? But to understand deeply this concept, first we have to answer two questions. First one, what are martial arts in the modern world? If we take a look at the Olympic Games or some TV show like UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship is a TV show, we can basically tell that martial arts, it's all about two guys hitting each other. And they do this in many different ways. They punch each other, they fight on the ground, they wrestling. It's really fascinating how many different ways people invented just to, kick somebody's ass. It's amazing. They invented many different ways. But the question is, what should martial arts be into the modern world? Would you believe me if I said that martial arts was a system created to help people to develop themselves, to find the best of them? And fighting is the last important thing in that system. I know it's very difficult to believe this, but martial arts should teach us, regular people, what only soldiers knew. How to have a different behavior, how to have an attitude with honor, respect, loyalty, commitment, discipline, order. Fighting is just a tool, okay? It's just a tool. So let me put a little context in here, okay? In the early beginning, the move that gave rise to martial arts were a way of bringing forms, movements to mental position, to life perceptions and understandings. The monks, they spent years, centuries, millenniums perhaps, just meditating, trying to find the meaning of life. And guess what? They found it. They found it, which is in their understanding about non-resistance. Do not create any kind of resistance, internal or external resistance against nothing. It's about the full acceptance of everything the universe sent to us, and use this as a tool, as a leverage to become increasingly better every day and give those universe gifts, if I may say, back to the world by contributing in a most effective way to the world and to the others. That is the meaning of life, according to monks, and I totally agree, okay? So, after all this time just meditating, the monks began to weaken their bodies. They become very skinny people, and this encouraged the other people surrounding them to attack them. So they start to understand, in their searching for the meaning of life, they understood that the body is an important pillar in supporting happiness and a full life. You can have a full life if you have a weak body, a sick body. So they start to create movements that have the function of, at the same time, strengthen their bodies, be useful as a self-defense, but above all, represent their understanding about life, their beliefs. So they create a set of movements and postures to receive the energy of their attackers and give that energy back, okay? Like the universe gives. You receive and you give back. And they create an amazing system because it works amazingly. So, over time, this movement become combat techniques. And it reached its peak in the samurai era, those guys, they took the technical to extreme, okay? But they also create a code, an unwritten code, that they call Bushido, where the behavior should have the same importance and the same train that technique, okay? So in this code, it's pretty much like the philosophy of monks. You have to train your honor, you have to train your courage, your loyalty, your kindness, you know, to build a desire to contribute. This code is about also self-care. They understood that they have to take care about themselves. It's kind of, you can help anyone if you are not feeling good. If you don't feeling good, you can help, because you're not you're not a whole human being. You know what I mean? You must to take care of yourself. So they learn about self-care, about nutrition, training, how to stood better, how to have a good hygiene, how to have positive thoughts. They understood that negative thoughts is kind of poison in our minds. So they training, it's about, the Bushido is about physical, mental, and emotional training as well, okay? But a time has come when fighting for their lives should no longer be necessary. As civilized beings that we probably become, we have laws, the government, the police, the army, the Air Force, to ensure our rights. So the idea to physically attacking another human being becomes something unthinkable. So at this point of history, martial arts were totally forbidden to be training and especially to be taught. But a group of people, those guys, the modern masters, and when I mean mothers, I mean a century, a little bit more than a century ago. I'm talking about 85 till 1915, okay? To preserve all the content, all the technical, philosophical, you know, content that the martial arts have created, and all the benefits that they could provide to people, they got together and decided to create a system that they called martial arts, because before this, it's called, it's a Japanese name, Bujutsu. It's a kind of warrior techniques, and they turn into martial arts to teach people how to have a different behavior, how to constantly, increasingly getting better. And they create that kind of system, okay? So before I was able to understand this, I was just a fighter, that guy. A regular guy who knows how to kick somebody's ass, it's just this, okay? But nowadays, my work is showing people how to bring some of those martial arts teachings to their lives. How to understand one of the most important pillars of martial arts. How to strive under pressure. Because people used to hate pressure. People don't like pressure. The most of us don't like pressure. But in martial arts, we learn how to create in our body, in our muscles, an internal pressure to increase the power and the speed of our strikes, and also to increase the resistance of our bodies when we get hit. And we learn how to transport that kind of internal pressure to our minds to overcome the pressure the world put on us. So we learn this in martial arts all the time. This is one fundamental pillar in martial arts. And that's my work today. And that's my mission here, to show you how this system works, okay? So can we start this after all this talk? Okay, but before I start, I must warn you something, because I must be honest, and probably will come as a shock to all of you at this point of this lecture, but English is not my first language. Why are you laughing? Did you notice? Oh, I'm sure. Oh, sorry. But you know what? that is the point, okay? To be here today, I put a lot of pressure on myself, a lot of pressure. This is my first time speak in English. It's my first time. I used to do this in Portuguese many years. But when Victor invited me, I could simply decline and say, hey, I cannot do this. It's too much to me. I only speak, Big Mac, something like this. Yeah, my English is very short. But martial arts always told me to seek to be a better person, to be a better version of myself. So I take this task, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to master some English, to be able to be here and deliver to you the best I can as a teacher. Because if I want to be a better teacher, if I want to be a better person, I must to improve myself every day. And I'm improving myself right now. I'm quite nervous here. It's kind of, I'm almost 60 years old, but I feel like a teenager because I'm proving myself. I put myself, in danger, but it's a calculated risk. So I understood I must to speak English. I must to be able to deliver my message in English because everybody speaks English. The whole world speaks English, except the French. I don't know why, but French people refuse to speak English. It's amazing. Last year I went in Chamonix for a snowboard session, and I get the hotel and call the manager, hey, do you speak some English? And say, no, I don't speak any English. I only speak French. But you already did. What's the problem, people? So it's amazing. I forgot to pass the slide, but no English in France is amazing. But if I want to deliver my message everywhere and reach more people, I must to be able to speak English. And that's why I'm here today, okay? But this is the most important thing in martial arts. It's not about beat up people, Sometimes it is, but it's not all the time, okay? So let's move on. So, thank you very much. So, let's start this right. Welcome, everybody. It's a huge and amazing pleasure to be here today. First of all, I want to say thanks to Vitor and the Captain Barty. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and I want to also congratulate all of you for choosing me here. You can choose me anywhere, but you choose me here today and get a little bit of the greatest power that we can have, that is knowledge. Knowledge is our superpower, because there is no limit for how much you can learn. There's no limit for how much you can improve yourself. I truly believe on this. Everything that we don't have in our life, it's because of something that we don't know yet. So if you constantly improve yourself, if you constantly learn, you always can have more in your life, okay? So let's move forward. Why I'm here today? Because I wrote a book, Black Belt Mind, The Secrets of Black Belt Mind. This is my book, okay? So, what is a black belt mind? It's me, and me. It's so much me. But as a black belt mind in 4 different disciplines, I am a black belt, a real black belt in 4 different disciplines, having a great success in my professional career. I won 22 times the Brazilian National Championship, 14 the All-Brazilian, and 20 times the Regional Championships, 2 Pan American gold medals, and also 4 silver medals. And I really don't know why I keep talking about this, because it's a kind of embarrassing. 4 times I was the runner-up and I did it. When I took my first silver medal, I called to my daddy from Canada. Hey, Daddy, I won the second place, the silver medal. And, hey, great, you nailed it, didn't you? You was the last guy to be defeated. Why are you laughing, guy? This is my life, don't laugh. But when my father told me that, it made me think, yes, in fact, I was the last guy to be defeated. This is the fact. But did I was the last guy to be defeated? In fact, I don't think so. And you know what? Why? Because I put everything I have inside this process. I put everything. I left nothing. So this kind of attitude lead me to be the second best man in the whole world, in the planet, in the sport I choose. It might represent something. If I have more to give and didn't do it, I probably will feel like a failure. But I give my all, I give my best. And this learning and what I'm learned, we can't control outcomes. We can't control outcomes. Only we can control is our attitude facing those outcomes. How can we use those outcomes to be better? And this learning took me to another level in my coaching career. And after this competition time, I was head coach of 2 UFC world champions, not 2 runners-up, 2 world champions, real champions. I'm talking about Vitor Belfort and Lyoto Machida. The most of you probably don't know them, but they was great champions in this sport. And I also could help 100 people around the world, neurosurgeons, judges, policemen, the Brazilian Navy. I was helped there for many years. And how? Teach them how to understand pressure, how to deal with bad outcomes. I'm kind of specialist 4 times. So I'm training their minds to overcome the pressure that the world puts on their minds. So through this experience, so I pick up that experience and turns into a good thing. I become a good, if I may say, a good trainer, a good coach, okay? So let's understand how this martial arts system works, okay? It's pretty much like military force. Commitment and discipline. Commitment and discipline is the cornerstone of martial arts, okay? We use a little Japanese word, os. You probably, if you already see at least Cobra Kai TV show, you're gonna hear that. Os, 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 os. Os literal means push yourself to your limit and hold on to the pressure. If you commit yourself to be here today, do your best, nothing less the best. Push yourself and hold on. And the most important, believe in yourself. Believe, because our beliefs drive us. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't do it. If you said that you are capable of doing something or you cannot do something, in both of cases, you are right. Because you are only capable to do what you believe. Let me tell you a story, a true story, a short story but true. In my competition days, after a crazy day, 12 hours training, we have 12 hours of training. It's a crazy day. When I was completely exhausted, I'm done. I feel my legs, you know what I mean? My legs are weak. A Japanese coach that we have, he dismissed everybody. Okay, guys, you can go. Take a shower, take a relax. Vinicio, stay there. Do your kata one more time. You know what a kata means? Kata is a set of movements that we do with a lot of power, strength, speed. But I'm broken. I don't feel my legs are shaking. So I start in my mind a kind of monologue like this. Hey, this guy's crazy. I'm tired. I'm broke. And I'm kind of feel wronged, you know what I mean? Because he dismissed everybody but me. And I start a monologue in my mind where I see myself weak, broke. And I said to him, hey master, I'm too tired for this, I'm training a lot, 12 hours training. Hey, come on, man. Hey, Stop to complain. Stop to complain. Just answer a question, a simple question, and then you can go or you can say, I don't care. And he made a simple question that changed my mind forever. A stupid question, you know, simple, but in that precisely moment, changed everything for me, forever. He asked me, there's the question. If this building caught fire, would you burn to death or would you jump out of the window? And I said, of course I would jump, I'm not crazy. But at the same time, when I heard my voice saying that, I'm starting to think, hey, yes, I have the energy to run and jump out. So why I complain that much? Why I'm crying like a baby, you know? So at the same time, I'm starting to feel a great power, a great energy loading myself. And where would this energy come from? 1 second ago, I'm miserable, you know, I'm weak, my legs. And suddenly I have the energy. That energy is already here. It's in our hearts, in our minds, but especially in our beliefs. Because he made me believe that I'm capable of. That is the thing. He made me believe. So I spoke that loud. Oh, it's like a crazy guy. And I did one of the best katas that I ever done in my entire life. With a lot of strength, a lot of power. So since then, I start to believe that I'm capable of doing anything that I set my mind to. Anything. We must to start. Believe in yourself and start. Do whatever you have to do. Do your worst English lecture. Because the next one will be better, you know? So take your risk. Do it. Do whatever you have to do. Never stop yourself, okay? That's the lesson that I learned in this situation. And I bring this for my entire life. Every time I feel, you know, because everybody has this. In certain moments, we stop and, hey, this is not right, it's not sure, you know, it isn't right because for me it's more difficult at my age, in my work, in my country, in my culture, whatever. We always find a way to put ourselves like, you know, weak, broke, wronged, whatever the bad feeling we have. But we learn in martial arts, we do learn. Stop this. Stop this. It's only mental litany. It's only a monologue that we all have. And we can change it. We can change this monologue into a dialogue where you assume the control of the narrative and drive it to a place where you want to be, doing whatever you want to do. It's up to you. You decide. It's inside your mind. It's not outside. It's inside. You create your entire reality if you believe so, okay? That's one of the power that martial arts bring to us, okay? So let's move on. I will explain you shortly, okay, how this system works, okay? So to understand this, first we should understand what is a black belt in fact in martial arts system, okay? Black belt, like I've said, have nothing to do with a black piece of cloth. Black belt is a concept, it's an understanding, okay? It's a way of understand how to get better every day, how you can get better every day. So they create that system, based mirroring monks' philosophy and samurai's behavior, okay? So it's just a point. Samurai, it's very important in martial arts system, okay? The word samurai literally means the one who serves. And the purpose of the samurai life, it is to serve better. And in order to serve better, he has to develop themselves every day. They have a philosophy that they call Kaizen. It means today better than yesterday, tomorrow better than today. Always. Every single day when we wake up, what can I do better today than I did yesterday? In each area of your life, every single area, self-care, your family, your job, whatever. What can I do better? This is Kaizen, okay? Constantly improve. And they also, the samurai live by the way of sword. I believe that the most of you saw that movie, the Tom Cruise's movie, The Last Samurai. Samurai wasn't beautiful like this, but you know, it's pretty much like this. Honor, respect, and everything else. So they believe that people are like swords. It's amazing, that philosophy. The samurai sword is a very unique weapon, okay? It had to be bent a lot of times to prove and to improve the quality of steel. So they put the steel, they stretch, they put in high temperatures, and they hit it 1,000 times with a hammer. They stretch to its limits, and then they bend. And they hammer out it again, and stretch to its limits, and then they bend it again. 1,000 times. So, as more pressure the steel would withstand during this process, during the forging, as greater the pressure the sword will withstand during the battle. And they believe the people are the same. As much pressure you can endure in your forging, study, training, preparation, development, hard work, contribution, as much pressure you can endure, you can put in yourself, as greater the pressure you can endure in your climb to the high level, in your climb to the success, to the high performance. They believe in this. And they also used to say the sword must be sharpened every single day. Every single day. There is no prediction of a battle. So you will never be surprised. Never. You always be prepared. And in a case of fight, specifically, if you have to make a second move, if you have to reposition your body for a second move, this movement can be fatal. Therefore, no blade's fault could be admitted. And what does that mean? Keep yourself sharpened. Every day, you know, you eat every day, you sleep every day, so go learn something every day. Go training your mind, your body, your emotions. We have millions of tools for this. Millions. You can bring whatever you want to your life. You can bring knowledge. You can bring health. You can bring power to your life. It's up to you. I'm talking about the samurai sword, and I'm always forget about the slides. Okay, so how these systems work, in fact, okay? Let's assume a guy who's want to start martial arts, okay? In the beginning, he wants to be a black belt. He wants to learn some martial arts. He probably saw some famous actor like Bruce Lee or Jean-Claude Van Damme, or some super successful professional athletes. It's quite common nowadays. And dream to be like them, okay? But he goes to a dojo and starts the training. And he looks for the next near impossible step, which is to get that belt, yellow belt, is the second belt. So he starts to, you know, walking around and see people, and he see the others yellow belts. People doing awkward stuff, you know. I mean awkward because they are beginners. So they are doing something like this, and hey, come on, I can do that, you know. When he looked for a black belt, hey, this guy is so skilled, but I can do that. It's not that big deal, okay? I can reach that level. So we have an important point to understand in that system. The masters knew it. If they bring a huge challenge since from beginning, the most people won't do it. The most people won't do it. So they bring a small change, a small changing. Because people used to feel a small changing are possible, you know? Little victories are more believable. So he feels courage to start. And he's starting to get the hardest belt that he can possibly get in martial arts, the white belt. And why? Because the most of people never try. They even tried. They won there, you know. So he start a changing path. He start to put pressure on himself to learn new skill, new abilities. And it's amazing to see how it works, because when you start to learn more, and it's very, in the beginning, it's very difficult, because if you train in 1 week, you have nothing. You train in 2 weeks, nothing, you know. You can see any change. But if you endure over, you know, 60, 70 days, almost 3 months, you start to feel, not only see, but feel a difference in your body, in your mind, in your muscles, in your reflex. And after a few months, he's ready to get his yellow belt. And it's amazing to see how yellow belts feel, because they feel powerful. You know, they walk everywhere with a big chest like this. They hit in the air and do some Bruce Lee movements, you know. It's amazing, it's fun, you know. They walk like Bruce Lee, you know. But it's also amazing because they start to learn the meaning of martial arts. They barely, you know, understand the tech, barely, and he already give them back, because they start to teach every white belts, you know. No, don't do this, don't put your foot like this, yeah, put your hand. They become teachers, so they understand the meaning. You get and you give back. You get and you give back. So as soon as he get the yellow belt, the first thing that he started to think, what am I have to do to get the next belt? What the skill is and ability I must to learn to acquire the next level. So he barely reached out his goal, and he's already thinking upgrading himself. So he start to understand that is the process. You know, you one step, another step, and keep moving, keep going, never stop. So this process remained for years, because it's a lot of belts. It takes too much time to reach the black belt. It's about 8, 10 years. It's almost 2 graduate times. It's a lot of time, you know. And in this specific field, fighting, you're gonna be literally smash it, punch it, kick it, throw it. And you have to get up and start all over again. And it's pretty much, you know, familiar for us, because it's life. It takes too much time to work. It's not, you know, like this. You have to training your mind, your body, your skills, and you have to have a patience and still keep going, moving forward. And eventually you're gonna have success, or not, if you stop, okay? So that process means kodawari in Japanese, okay? We use that word also. It means wish big, but start little. Make your first move, give your first step. Do it, okay? Just do it. Do the best you can. Stop to complain and do it. Do the best you can with what you have until you have better conditions to do it better. Because people complain all the time. Oh, I have no time for this. I have no whatever, patience for this. Oh, I can't do that. So do the best you can with what you have until you have better conditions to do it better. I love this phrase, okay? So let's move forward. The enemy within. What I've really learned through all those years inside the martial arts world, okay? We learn in martial arts, the worst enemy we always have to face is ourselves. It's inside us, okay? No one can stop you but you. You can stop you, or you can drive you to whatever you want. It's inside you. You can decide. It's a matter of choice. You can stop or you can go. It's kind of, you jump out or burn to death. It's kind of, okay? So martial arts told us you can do better. So change yourself. You don't need to be, you know, a martial artist. You don't need to do martial arts. You can bring this teaching for your life. Get better every day, step by step. Find out a way of increasingly getting better. In whatever you do, doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter the hands, the title, the position that you have right now. You can always do it better, always. There always be a way to do whatever you do better, even better. There's no limit for learning. And we learned that in martial arts, okay? So you can make some little moves. We used to say, there's no public victory if there is no private victors first. If I don't win over myself to be here today, if I lose, oh, I can do it. I step back in my life, and I'm always step forward, always in my life, always. When I was a fighter, I'm always move forward. And in my life, I do the same. I apply the same kind of feeling, the same way to see life, facing every challenge I have. So, to have a black belt mind is about to have a strong character. It's about to have courage to face challenges, but especially change. Change are so scared. Challenges is good. I can jump, I can fight, I can whatever, but change myself. This is the ultimate courage. Honor to sustain your word and your principles, your values, no matter what. No matter what. Loyalty to embrace your partners. Commitment to start things, and discipline to keep going, because without discipline we go anywhere. And also kindness, to have the wish to contribute, because it's not about ourselves. It's about how capable we are to receive that universe or God gifts and give them back. It's all about this, okay? So, to end this, I need to remember this. You can bring success for your life, okay? You can bring success. You can attract success. You don't have to pursue success. You can just attract success. How? Getting better every day. Go, work out. Having some workout. You don't need to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger. Only go to the gym and lift some weights. You don't need to become some, big muscles. No, just go there and take care of your health. You can start to eat healthily. You don't need to become a vegan. No, just skip some Pringles or McDonald's. Sometimes, you start little. Use Kodawari, You don't have to make big change. Small changes, Put in yourself some discipline. Clean your own mess, wash your dishes. Little things that makes you understand that you are in control. Take a cold bath. Ooh, I take a cold bath every morning, despite of the weather. If I'm in Poland, I take a cold bath. I'm in Rio de Janeiro, it's easy. But it's not the temperature of the water, it's the mindset, Neuroscience taught us that every time that you do something that you want to do, I don't want to do this, but you do it either way. Your brain, your cortex, there's a part that gets bigger and stronger, and you change yourself to a better version of yourself, a version capable of do more. So go take that cold bath. It's not good, I can assure you. But it's like, anything else. Good things for us, when we start, always are difficult, always. But in the end, we always feel amazing. And bad things, it's always good. You open up Pringles and you eat, and in the end, why did I do that? It's always the same thing, If you skip your training, your body training, your whole life, it's amazing because you sit down on the couch and you put Netflix and binge watch TV shows every day. It's amazing. But at the end of your life, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel bad. So it's the same thing, little things and big things, okay? The success in life can have different interpretations. But in general terms, it's very simple. Let's see. At 1 year old, 1 year, success. You just stand up and walk by yourself. Hey, I made it. Hey, guys, look at me. 2 years old. Stop the diapers. I can't control myself. I not poop in my pants anymore. At 14, have friends. You are popular. You are the guy. Everybody wants you. At 20, sex. Free sex. I have sex. Oh, I'm the man. At 40, success is have money. You are the boss. You make money. At 60, you still have money. You don't spend all your money in your children's educations or your mortgage. You are the boss. You're still the boss. At 70, have sex. You still have sex. You are the man. You keep that. Yes. At 80s, you still have friends. Nobody died because everybody died at 80s. So you see, at 85, no diaper for me. I can't control myself, okay? And at 90s, be able to walk by yourself, okay? So that is success in life. That is the thing, guys. God or the universe give us a limited amount of time to live, okay? And we got this project, our lives, the greatest project that we can possibly have in our lives, to build something of value. And don't fool yourself, we have a limited amount of time to do this. Can be a month, can be a century, we never know, okay? So all we have to do during this time is reach, not trying, it's reach the highest level that you can possibly reach as a human being and give everything that you got back to the world. Because in the end of the day, our project is about 5 L's. 5 L's. Live, love, learn, and live as a legacy. And I sincerely hope that today, through my work, I could contribute to you to having a black belt life, okay? So thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Obrigado. Thank you very much.
Prazer conhecer.